So, something I have noticed as I've started recording myself more is my speech impediment is a lot worse than I thought it was. I've known for a long time that I have had a speech impediment, and I just never knew it was this bad. And I know I've always hated listening to myself in recordings, and I'm trying to get out of that, but I never knew it was this bad, and things are starting to make more sense as I record myself. I think I would recommend anyone to start recording themselves talk and just listening to it, just so you can hear what you sound like when you talk. Even if you're talking about nothing, just starting like a voice journal, because you get to hear what you sound like to other people. And I think there's something good there in hearing what I sound like to other people, because I'm starting to understand how I've been perceived my whole life. And most of my life, I have been perceived as an idiot. And I'm pretty sure it's somewhere between the deep Southern accent and the speech impediment that has caused me to be perceived this way. And I'm not saying that it's the worst thing ever, but it can be annoying if you genuinely have some intelligence. And I believe that I do. Like, I'm not the smartest person ever, but I'm at least average, and I used to make really good grades in school. And it's always been like a personal conflict of mine how I would make good grades and was expected to show intelligence, and then I would do stupid things and my mom would be like, well, you're way too smart to think that that was a good idea. And it's a really weird situation, or I find it weird, to be on one hand perceived as intelligence, or if you like can read my writing, you would think I'm pretty intelligent. Like I said, I always did well in school, and I come up with some pretty good ideas when it comes to work and think outside the box. But people for a long time have treated me like I'm an absolute moron, and I do believe that a lot of it just has to do with the way I talk. And I try to edit it out in my videos, and I turn my voice memos into written notes. But it's funny because, like, even if you transcribe those voice notes I make, it keeps all the stammering and stuttering in. And when I read it, it kind of makes me laugh, because it sounds a lot like a good old Donald Trump rambling, honestly. And I was just curious if there's anyone else out there who has a speech impediment that isn't too aware of it, because I feel like my brain has just adjusted to automatically cutting it out. Like, when I hear myself in my own head, I don't hear all the speech impediments, the stuttering or the stammering. But when I listen back to my recordings, it is very obvious. And I speak a lot slower than I think I do in my head. Like, I think really, really fast. And I think part of it is I'm thinking a lot faster than I can speak. I've always thought faster than I can write, and I knew that. I have something called dysgraphia, which this is all just comes along with the ADHD brain. But between dysgraphia and speech impediment, it all comes down to fast thought processes that I cannot keep up with when I'm writing down or speaking. it's really odd. Or I find it odd, and I don't know if anyone else deals with these issues, but I would be interested in knowing if anyone else in the audience has a speech impediment or any type of writing issues, but it has shown intelligence. Like, how do you deal with or cope with the distance between your thoughts and what actually comes out? Like, are there any coping mechanisms? Are there any exercises I could do besides, I mean, I feel like just recording myself and listening back, it helps at least make me aware of it. But I wonder if I should go to some type of speech therapy, or if there's any way to help with this. This recording, I'm not going to edit so much as a demonstration of what I'm talking about. I'm definitely going to take this speech and this recording and just upload it straight so you can hear unfiltered what I'm talking about. But in my last video and in videos going forward, I'm definitely going to edit out as much of the stammering as I can. I even got pretty good at the editing, at finding, just looking at the audio waves, where the stutters are, and a lot of pauses and ums and uhs, and I don't know, I just sound so different than I'm used to hearing. You know, when you hear yourself in your own head. But I would really, really like to be able to work on it, or attempt some type of therapy for it. So if anyone out there has any advice, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to continue to record things. I'm going to do a little bit of let's playing and just talking, so there will be more raw recordings of my voice out there. And that's just about it for this. If you made it this far, thank you very much. And I'm sorry that you had to listen to this. If you absolutely cannot stand the sound of my voice, just know that I would like to work on it, and this is me more asking for help if anyone has any advice. Thank you very much.